Hey guys, welcome back to All the Mods 8, episode 2, and we've done a bit of work since our last episode. I've just put some fences around, built a little animal farm, built a pathway and a to-do list board. So basically, today we're going to start off with a bang. Hopefully we're going to go through the first level of this roguelike dungeon, and I was going to be putting that off until we had proper gear, but this is a means to an end here. So I've made us a full set of iron armor, including the armor and the chest plate and the helmet that we had last time. Since then as well, we've got a whole lot more rubber from the centrifuge and rubber trees and stuff. What we're going to be doing is taking our last 2 diamonds and creating an enchanting table. To do that, we're just going to need 4 pieces of obsidian, and then we're going to start going down the dungeon and seeing what we get. So let's quickly grab a piece of obsidian. So the enchanting table GUI has got some differences that I'm not entirely certain about. So yeah, I don't really understand the way this works, but Soulbound is not going to be very useful considering we're playing on hardcore mode. So let's just go with, oh, well, that's going to be too expensive. Why does it want us to have Soulbound? I haven't enchanted everything since most of our stuff is probably going to break or be replaced soon. So we just got some protection 1 armor and efficiency 1 pick and a sharpness 1 sword. This is just to help us through the first level, and then once we've cleared that out, we can start making XP farms and see how that goes. So on the to-do list, I've decided what we're going to be able to do or what direction we're going to go in. So first one, enchantment table, fortune and diamonds. So once we get the fortune enchantment, we can start mining for more diamonds and more resources. Then we need to upgrade our storage and machines. We're going to be creating sheds for them, just dotting them around the place. And we want to get some sustainable energy, so solar, wind or geothermal. Solar will probably be good for the short term, but geothermal would be better for the long term. We want to build an industrial contraptions quarry and ore storage. So once we get that, we can start quarrying the earth for more stuff. Then we want to get some netherite and turn that into carbon armor, not carbonara, carbon armor. And then lastly, loot the entire dungeon. So we're just going to be doing the first level today, and then eventually we can do the whole dungeon. So that's the plan anyway. The only thing is to be aware of, I haven't got much in terms of food. So we will just have to be very careful. I have got 5 steaks here just in case, and arrows just in case we are stuck. But look, our first challenge is already out here. He's already just burning to death. What's he dropped? Pair of boots. Rubbish. Okay. So let's get going. So this way we've got spiders and what looks like a spawner of some kind. That way we haven't got anything. That way is another spawner. That one hasn't spawned anything, so let's just run in there quick and see what it is. Looks like spiders. Cool. Okay, that's a spider spawner. Okay, let's just keep an eye on this, torch up this spawner. Zombie spawner is good, but not exactly what we want. We want skeleton ideally, but if 2 spawners are next to each other, we could make a double XP farm. So that's something to be aware of. There's also glowstone in here, just in case we need some of that. That'll be quite useful. That's scary. Well, here's a skeleton spawner. They dropped an enchanted bow. Soulbound, useless. Okay guys, so basically, oh, was that? No, I thought that was iron then, never mind. Basically, we've cleared out these rooms, and over here we've got a zombie spawner, and over there we have a skeleton spawner. And the idea is that we're going to create rooms for these, and then have this be like almost like a waiting room for both, and maybe I'll have both funneling in, and maybe we'll just draw them into the middle, and have them as like killable mobs there and there. So that's the idea at least, but we will just have to execute it. So for this we're going to be using water elevators, but to get water elevators we're going to need soul sand, and to get soul sand we're going to need to go to the nether. So the next part of the plan is to go to the nether and get some soul sand. Okay, so let's put together another portal just quickly, and we're going to run in, we're going to grab some soul sand, and we're going to get out. This is just basically a means to an end. I don't really want to spend too much time in the nether in this early in the game, especially on hardcore mode. So let's just get in, get on, and get out. Oh, yes. Okay. The gods have answered. Maybe I'll just grab some more while I'm here. We also just want a little bit of kelp, but a stack of it will do. Okay guys, so this part of the dungeon that we cleared out earlier has got an intersection between a skeleton spawner and a zombie spawner, and the idea that of this now, I'm thinking, is that we just have a dual XP farm. So the zombie spawner will spawn zombies, we'll send them down here up a water elevator, and the same will happen on the skeleton side, and basically they'll go up a water elevator, go through the ceiling. I've put some scaffolding up here, and basically each point will meet up at the top. So once we get up, we can see that the zombies will come up over here. I'll just go to dig the skeleton's tunnel now. They'll drop over here, and then they'll come down, and the scaffolding will be gone, and they'll drop to the bottom, where they'll be on probably half a heart, or hopefully at least maybe one heart. And then maybe I'll put a piston on this block so that we can pull it down and just be a kill chamber if need be. In case we just decide that we don't want XP, we just want the mob drops. So that's the basic idea of it. Now the problem I've got is that there is more dungeon under here, as well as this geode, which I don't really want to get rid of, but it is in the way. So I might just try and get away with getting rid of as little as possible. But the idea of this is that we're going to have water all along here, and it's going to push the zombies into there, and then another water over here, which is going to push them across. But obviously I'm going to try and make this place a bit prettier rather. I've also made this tinted glass. Now, what's cool about this tinted glass is that it's glass, so that you can see through it, but it can't allow light through. So we can have this room nice and well lit and safe, and I put some tinted glass up here, and the zombies will still be able to spawn, and we'll have it as like a nice little viewing area. So that's the idea of it anyway. I think it'll work out quite nicely once it's all put together. So yeah, I'm going to get on with trying to build this, and we'll see how it goes. Okay guys, a little bit of time has passed since the last cut, and yeah, you may notice I've turned off the texture pack, and I don't know how popular of a decision this is going to be this early on, but basically I've noticed that there are a lot of mods that aren't covered by the texture pack, and that does annoy me as someone that's a bit of a perfectionist, so I've decided to forego the texture pack. Let me know in the comments if you prefer it or if you don't prefer it. I might bring it back, but for me, I prefer this. It's a bit more clear cut, everything's sort of stylized consistently, and yeah, I quite like just vanilla textures at the minute. So yeah, let me know what you think anyway. But yeah, so we've got the spawner rooms sorted, and this was before I found out that spawners can be moved quite easily using certain mods like Mechanism. So I could have easily just put these above ground and had maybe a more you know, a more basic sort of system for these, but that's okay because it doesn't really matter. They work pretty well, and yeah, I'm quite happy with it. So basically, what I've done is taken a mob swab. So I'll show you what one of those is. You can get a mob swab just with a stick and some wool. And basically, you get a mob swab used. You use it on a mob. So in this case, I used it on a skeleton. You get a bucket of XP, which you can get from a tank, and a seed, and it gives you this chicken feed. And then when you use that on a chicken, the chicken will give you a mob egg. So in this case, like a skeleton spawn egg. And then when oh, hello. That was weird. So much like in creative mode then, you can just right click on the mob spawner, it'll turn it. So what it's done is effectively turned that skeleton spawner into one where they don't generate with armor or generate with less armor. So that's really good for our purposes because it doesn't want to fill our sort of chest. Now, I did put some changes in there which I thought would make this farm more efficient. It's actually made it less efficient, so I am going to have to change that in a second. But yeah, we are running out of time on this episode. Now, you've probably noticed that these episodes are probably going to be few and far between, but that's just because of the schedule that I've got in my, my work-life balance at the minute. So I apologize if that's going to be annoying for you, if you want more of them or whatever. But unfortunately, that's just going to be the way it is. Also, I'm sick, so please be gentle. I'm really not feeling well at the minute, guys. But I am enjoying Minecraft, so yeah. So anyway, we need to finish this task today by all means. So let's get this sorted. Let's get a pickaxe with a fortune. Let's go mine for some diamonds, and maybe, just maybe, we could just maybe make a start on like a solar panel or a wind generator or something, just so that we've got the machines being more efficient. So yeah, that's the idea. I'm gonna get on with it right now. Okay, so we got the diamonds for our pickaxe from the vein that we left there last time to mine with fortune, ironically. But I needed them to make the pickaxe because this one's just about dead. So figured that I'd do that. Also, I grabbed a bit of osmium, and we're just gonna chuck this in the macerator and chuck a bit more coal in the generator. And osmium is an ore from mechanism, so you get osmium dust, and then turn that into osmium ingots. Now, osmium ingots are pretty cool. They're used for a bunch of machine stuff in mechanism, like solar generators, or they're even used in mega cells and like some other mods. But I'm not really too interested in all of that for now, only just because the osmium tools are pretty good. So in this case now, we're going to look at this osmium armor, right? Look at the armor value on that. Plus 8 armor, plus 3 armor toughness. If I type in diamond chest plate, so 8 armor, 3 armor toughness, 8 armor, 2 armor toughness. Now, also got knockback resistance as well, so osmium armor is actually slightly better than diamond armor in this pack, at least. So that's actually quite weird. Same with like some of the tools. So if I look for the osmium sword now, I might have gone past it. If I just type it in. Osmium sword, right? So let's grab that and put that on the side. Diamond sword. Okay, so over here now. Diamond sword, 7 attack damage, 1.6 attack speed. Osmium sword, 8 attack damage. Diamond sword will beat osmium on durability, so the diamond one will last longer. However, osmium is quite abundant, so I figured that using what we've got here as armor in the short term will actually be a better idea overall. Also, we are probably going to need more lapis. Hopefully this is enough to get us to at least a semi-decent enchantment. I also would like some more stones. Let's just cook up some of that for now. I'll just cook it up in a normal furnace. So we're going to make some osmium tools here, like an axe and a shovel. However, we won't be making a pickaxe, because obviously we've got the diamond one. Now, even though osmium has the upper hand on diamond stuff in a lot of ways, it doesn't actually beat diamond in terms of durability and also mining efficiency. So the diamond one will last longer and can mine obsidian. And I don't really know if the pickaxe is actually faster than the osmium pickaxe. They might be about the same, but it's worth keeping the diamond pickaxe, but ditching the osmium pickaxe. Also, I am aware that my armor here, this sort of stuff that I've got off of mobs, is going to give me things like feather falling and total max speed and different things. But the osmium armor protection value is just something that I think is going to be worth it in the long run. We can get stuff that'll make us fast another time, so I'm willing to sacrifice that for now. We just need 24 of it. I will say, giving up that stuff for the speed is actually a bit depressing. It is really annoying walking so slow now, but to be honest, it was necessary. Also, I've got a lot more osmium from this maceration, So that's good. I'll put the rest away just in case we need to make any more tools in the future. But yeah, we've got our lapis lazuli ore. Well, just lapis lazuli, and I'm gonna pop down now and just show you what I've done. So if I swim out here now and back up here, we have. I've made a new entrance to the XP farm, and so I've got a way up and a way down using a water elevator and a drop. So when we drop down, we can come in. I was going to get rid of these actually. And yeah, so basically I've increased the efficiency of the farm so slightly. But what you can do is there's one of the mods on this pack that lets you right click on spawners with different items to give them different different values. I believe it is if I just have a look, yeah, here we go. So if you put a nether star on it, it ignores the players, means that you don't need to be nearby. Soul Lantern ignores light. Gas tier increases the amount of entities it can spawn, and different things have different effects. Now, the sugar is a good one because it actually makes it so that it spawns things faster, which I've put on. I've put on as much sugar as you can onto these spawners. There's also one that gives you redstone control, but what I'm after is this prismarine crystals because that increases the activation range. So the problem is now is I've got two spawners at each end of the room, but when I'm standing in the middle, neither one of them activates. So what I need to get is those prismarine crystals so I can have the range. I can stand in the middle and both zombies and skeletons will spawn, and I'll be getting loads and loads of loot. Now, those prismarine crystals are going to be annoying to get. Now, I do have some of this stuff that's the prismarine. It's not the shards, though, or is it the... is it not the crystals that I need? Oh, is it? It is the crystals that I need, though. How do you get the crystals? Is there a way of getting these? It doesn't look like it, unfortunately. I might just have to find a guardian for these. What are these? Guardian spikes. I've never seen those. Okay, well, never mind then. I'll have to find a guardian in the meantime to get these because it doesn't look like these are just going to be things I can just find or get from making them from machines. But yeah, okay. Tell you what, we'll do our first enchantment here on camera, and hopefully we'll get something good. I will just. Oh, in fact, no. I'll leave those there. We'll use those in a sec. So, the diamonds, soulbound. I don't really want, considering that. Considering that this is hardcore mode, so we're probably just going to enchant it with something not very good, and then delete the enchantment. So if I just put it in here for level 1 enchantment, Nature's Mend. I don't really understand what that's done, but we'll just grindstone it. Oh, look at that, the lapis stays in there. I don't really understand what these enchantments are. So I'll just gonna do this until I get efficiency 5 is a good enchantment, so maybe for now we'll just kill some of these skeletons. Why didn't I get any XP for that? Or did I? Oh, I must have. It's just it just didn't go through. Okay. Okay, so I did some trading with a cartographer villager and eventually got this, an RS monument map. Now, I don't know why it says RS monument, but it's quite clearly meant to be an ocean monument map. And I followed it, and when I came here, it's in a jungle, and it's like an ocean monument that has been like dried out and destroyed. So I'm wondering if there will even be guardians in there. I can see a guardian on the map, but I've got a feeling there's going to be like a bunch of other mobs too. I just need a few prismarine crystals. Oh, there is still some sponge up here, and this looks like where the guardians spawned. Oh, looks like they have thorns, don't they? Okay. Well, this has got us at least one crystal. There's another one up here, I think. Let's start just filling this place up with water. Okay, so I'm heading back now. And I only managed to get 7 prismarine crystals, which all things considered is quite good, considering I had none before. But I mean, it was a bit of a struggle. I had to flood that room quite a bit, and I could barely get any guardians to spawn. I've been waiting ages for it, so I decided I'm just gonna call it there. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. I hope it is. If it isn't, I might try and find an actual underwater temple. But for that, I'll probably need to trade with villagers some more. Unfortunately, I can't use the map seed because it's a modded world. It doesn't actually take me to one. I tried going all the way down here to around here, and it was telling me that there was a guardian temple underwater there, but there wasn't. So that's a problem. But yeah, I'm basically gonna probably sail to that village and then use the waystone to get home, because it took me ages to get here. I mean, we're almost 5,000 blocks away, so that's quite annoying. But yeah, hopefully this will be enough Prismarine to just get both spawners working. Okay guys, so I've spent a bit of time down in the skeleton dungeon, and we have protection, unbreaking, respiration, feather falling, got fortune, efficiency, and efficiency and sharpness, sweeping edge on the sword, power on the bow. Everything's got unbreaking on it so that it won't break very quickly. And first thing we've got to do now is with our efficiency pick, go down and grab those diamonds. Now I did notice something that in this mod pack, there are enchantments that go up above the normal level. So if I type in fortune, for instance, fortune can go up to, that's 8, fortune 8. So that's pretty mental if that's something that we can achieve. I really hope it is. Was our minus over here? So I guess there's an artificial way of doing that because I couldn't get that to happen in the enchanting table, which is a shame, but that's not a problem because, I'm happy with what I've got for now. Let's see how many diamonds we get from this vein that we left alone. I did have to chip away at it a little bit just to get this pick. So Fortune 3, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of ore. So let's just grab it up now. Awesome, 12 pieces of diamond from the fortune effect. Nice. Well, my plan is now I'm going to make a bunch of torches and I'm just going to grab some ore, and we can put that through the macerator again then, and we'll be getting quite a bit of resources from this. Okay guys, so I'm back from that mining trip now, and in a dungeon I found an iron backpack. It stores more stuff than a normal backpack, so as you can see, we've been quite successful in our little run there. I didn't really want to do much mining until we got fortune, because that would have meant all the easy to get ores near us wouldn't have been fortuned. So this time now we've got a lot more stuff. We've got 9 extra diamonds, we've got a bunch of iron, a bunch of redstone, tin, osmium, the lot. So I might need to run and get more tin and copper, but they're really easy to get. In fact, there's some literally like dotted around. I was too deep anyway to get those. So the problem we've got now is that the macerator, as cool as it is going to be really, really slow processing these. So we need to automate these machines to some degree and possibly speed them up. So for now, we won't process any of this stuff. We're going to work on a bit more infrastructure. So before we end the episode, there's only one thing I want to do now. So in the industrial contraptions, we want to get some of this HV cable. Now this is what's it called? More efficient than the copper cable. Allows one-way transfer of zaps to FE. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize it's one-way transfer, so you can turn um, zaps power into mechanism power, but not the other way around. So we'll see how this works now. But anyway, if I just get us some of this now, say like, yeah, we'll get some of this and get some of this rubber that we've got. I can craft a bit of this stuff. Yeah, that'll be enough for now. We don't want to make a huge amount. So yeah, with this gold cable, we need to get some silicon. So to get silicon, we just need a piece of quartz in the furnace. So let's put that in there. That should cook up. That's fine. I'm going to put away this and this horse armor that I got, and this iron and these music discs. Although we are kind of out of room. Maybe I'll keep the music discs on me just for a sec. We need some coal dust, so for that we're going to need just 2 pieces of coal. We're going to need to macerate those. We're going to need some glass. We've got that. We're going to need 2 electronic circuits. For that we're going to need a little bit more copper cabling, which is fine because we've got lots of rubber now. In fact, I'm going to make a bunch of those and put the rubber back. And we need, I believe we need refined iron for those. My brain is escaping me. There it is. Yeah, we do need refined iron and some redstone. So to refine the iron again, we're just going to stick it through there. And grab this coal dust. We need some glass. So we're going to grab 3 glass. We're going to grab the refined iron. We're going to steal this generator. I think it's out of power. So if I just grab the generator, we are going to create 2 electronic circuits. We're going to put 3 glass across the top. We're going to get 2 coal dust. We're going to get the silicon. We're going to get the generator, and that's going to give us an LV solar panel. Now the problem we've got now is that the weather is not very good, and solar panels aren't that efficient in bad weather. So we are probably going to have to wait for daytime to see how effective this is. But for now, since the power's free, I'm just going to break the battery box and replace it. Yeah, okay. So if I just dig up to the surface, I'm going to lay some of this scaffold. Ooh. Okay, oh, brilliant. It comes right under the farm. Okay, that's not an issue. I can just put it maybe over here. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to pop the solar panel down, and as you can see, it's already filling up with power. And then we want to, first of all, put this piece of dirt back, and this piece of dirt, and grab the new cables that we've made, and run these down. See how fast this can fill up our battery box. So I won't hook it up just yet. I'm just going to replace these bits of wall. Okay, so battery box is empty at the minute. Bearing in mind it is raining. Oh, never mind. The rain has stopped. This is good news for us. So if I connect this, battery box is empty. And there we go. It's not very quick. In fact, I'd argue it's actually slower than the generator that we had, but it is free. We're not doing anything for this now. This power is just accumulating over time for us. And with a bigger battery box and more solar panels, that'll be even better for us. Let's just check. Can I actually reach up there? I can't quite right click on the solar panel. I guess I can do it if I just go outside though. Damn, who'd have thought going outside? Although it is becoming nighttime as well. I wonder if that's got anything to do with it. Yeah, it is very slow at the minute. Yeah, there we go. It's got a little daytime icon when it's working. So let's go and try process some of this ore and just see if the power's getting a net gain or a net negative, because if it's going down, we're probably going to need more solar panels. So if I just get a piece of ore, say a piece of iron, start macerating it, it is going down. Okay, it's going down by quite a bit. So what we will need is more of these solar panels and possibly more. Is it still going? No, it's going up now. Okay. If I put anything in the machines, it starts going down. Okay, that's all right. What it means is that we just need to build a bit more infrastructure, more of these solar panels, a bigger battery box, and then we'll have faster machines. But yeah, so for now, let us pop out here. I've still got bad omen. I've just got to keep that in mind if I want to go to the village. We'll let the battery box fill up, and we can tick objective 1 off our list. Enchantment table, fortune and diamonds. We've got loads of resources now. So next episode is going to be step 2, storage and machine sheds. So we're going to exit the cave, so we're going to want a shed for storage and a shed for machines, and it's going to be much better than our little hole in the ground. We're going to leave the cave, and then maybe we'll get another piece of power generation going as well, other than the solar panel. Maybe we'll have more solar panels, maybe we'll go geothermal. An interesting idea with geothermal. So geothermal is power from lava. Well, there's something in this called an ender tank, I believe. Yeah, ender tank. And this can transfer liquid from other dimensions. So in this case, if we get an ender tank and a pump going in the nether, then we're getting free lava all the way from hell, and we're turning that into electricity. So that's a good idea in my book. I think that will work quite well. But yeah, we got a lot done. So let's have a quick look if the skeleton farm is still looking good. Yeah, so this is the final look for the skeleton farm. I'm not sure if I showed this off, but basically I applied soul lanterns, so these spawners now will work in light conditions as well as in darkness, and it just lets it so that it's nice and visible. Also, I redid the middle part. I changed the glass around, and we may need to come up with a system for this because there's a lot of just tat being put in here. Also, I changed the zombie one to another skeleton one since it would just be filling up with useless items like rotten flesh. I figured at least skeletons drop stuff that we can use for farming. Yeah, the enchantment table with not much lapis left. I had to go get more halfway through. And yeah, I think it's been pretty successful. So yeah, sorry it's taken so long to do this episode. Oh my god, is that sugarcane growing past its 3 tall thing? That's pretty cool. Yeah, sorry it's taken so long to do this episode. It's just been very, very busy. But let me know if you are enjoying it, and I'll maybe try and speed along the process. When we get sort of more gear and more resources, these objectives are just going to get knocked off quite quickly. So yeah, stay tuned. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good one, and goodbye.